On this episode of Lapeef, Let's Talk.
What make you think that like a 22-year-old woman would want like a 60-year-old man? Outside of money. I'm not saying it can't happen. It happens a lot.
Right.
No judgment. It absolutely happens, but just what is your opinion about that? Since we were talking about the SMV and Anton kind of went over it, but he was kind of talking about the money aspect and things like that. So other than money, JR, what do you think about that?
He's a great leader and he's already established. He's not playing no games. He's not wasting no time. Like he say what he say, and then it is what it is. Like you don't have to really, be kind of like surprised and caught off guard of him doing something because he's already in this bag. He's already moving how he gonna move. So, all he needs from you is just to kind of like enhance it, just to add value where it's needed.
And the men that's winning, they got all of the keys. They hold the keys. And I'm gonna be honest with you. Let me just add this last part. You can attribute a lot of this to feminism. Feminism ruined the options for all the regular women that had options because they told women that they had time and you can do what you want to do. And so what it forced men to do is stop being regular and start leveling up because they was like, you know what? If I'm gonna have my pick of the litter, or if I'm gonna do what I want to do, or if y'all want to reject us, then I'm gonna just work on myself and focus on becoming the best version of me. And then what men started to realize on the flip side of that is, wait a minute, I hold all of the power now because I'm the top now. And so feminism forced women into a space where they thought they were safe and comfortable until they realized they had to compete with men. And as they got older, they realized that, I don't feel like doing snow. And when the pandemic hit, it get hard. See, it's all fine and good when everything is great outside. And then when it get dry outside, then they realize, man, I'm not as safe as I thought I was. And so I think that feminism largely pushed women into a space where they thought they were safe. And now they finding out that it ain't what they thought it was. And the men that leveled up as a result of it and stopped focusing on women realized that they had all of the power. That's the truth. That's the real talk.
And it kind of sound like Anton saying winter is coming. Courtney Rilla,
Lauren,
how y'all feel about what's being said here?
I'm gonna speak because I'm like closer to 30. Like then I don't know on this panel, but I'm not. I wouldn't say I'm panicking, but it has become more of a thought. Like I've been thinking more about it than I had been in the past. Of like, okay, something's got to give. Now, am I out here like, dang, this 22-year-old out here? Like, no. Like I know. They're young in the mind. I've been there, done that. I'm not worried about these 22-year-olds. Like, oh, I'm okay. And I will agree with Gerald that there are many of my friends that are not married as well. They're not necessarily panicking. They're just patient. And it's like, I want the right one because to your point, Anton, that you made, they've seen their moms, grandmas go through whatever. And they're like, I just don't want to make that mistake, or not even a mistake. They just don't want to go through that. So I think they're just a little bit more cautious now than before. I don't think that they're to the point where they're rushing and trying to get married really quickly because they're running out of time. It's just like, if I'm going to get really close to that age of like, all right, you about to be 37, 38, 39, 40, and you ain't going to find nobody. Like, I don't think they're thinking about that. It's just they don't want to run into the wrong guy. Now, to what extent they have control over that, or we have control over that, we don't. But it's just all in the mind.
Okay. Don't believe it, Lauren. Listen. Don't let them lie to you. Behind closed doors, they like, oh man, I got to get on my game, and life is hitting me fast. I'm telling you.
And you can even
in front of you, they might give a brave face like, girl, I don't even care. I'm just gonna be patient. That's a lot. It's all cap. Your friends and all of your confidants, they are lying to you.
How do you know, Anton? How do you know that?
All right. Because listen, we see it every single day. The beautiful thing about 2021 is that we have visibility into women's thoughts because they're openly sharing them on all of these different platforms and saying, hey, yo, I'm not satisfied with what the piss is going on here, and I don't know what I need to do and get the results. Do I need to get myself together? What is it? Do I need to get my? We see it, and it's very visible. It's not something that's hidden no more. Everything is open and on the table. Nothing is a secret no more. It's all right here.
Anton, let me ask you, do you think there's a shortage of, and I'm gonna term it this way because we actually talked about it this way. Do you think there's a shortage of high value men, as it's been stated all over social media? I'm not gonna make that determination, but high value men are regular dudes, as my grandma would say, regular.
I think that there's plenty of regular guys out here, but regular guys are up in the ante and saying, nah, the bar is here now. I'm not settling for no regular girl no more, because I understand. See, what guys are realizing is that even if you just want to refer to the sexual marketplace value, my value goes up over time. I'm going to be more valuable at 50 than I am at 40. Real talk. And so when guys catch the wave, even if it's later, when they catch the wave, they like, nah, the barrier to entry is a little bit different because I'm winning.
Anton, do you think
in every sense of the word?
Do you think that's dependent? I saw you say that the SMV or whatever is increasing as men get older. Do you think that is dependent upon how much money they have? Or do you think just any older man is more valuable than
guys that get older just are naturally going to be worth more? Like our earning potential.
What do you mean by worth?
In every aspect of our life, like the fact, listen, women generally like older guys in general. Like that's just a set standard without any kind of criteria to throw in there alone, right? They already like older guys. That's A. B, we don't even hit our peak earning potential because the number one thing that women want is provision and protection.
Okay,
we don't even hit our. Well, I'm talking about everything. Like. I see guys, honestly, other than money. No. Listen, let's think about it. Next time you go to the gym, look at the majority of the people that's in there and try to divide it. There's more guys that's in the gym today than there are women. That's real talk. Guys is focusing on getting their fitness right. They focus on getting their money right. They not worried about women no more. And the more that they've exposed, it's almost like when you realize that when you get out of your neighborhood and you be like, wait a minute, it's a big world out here. Like your eyes open and you're no longer going to subject yourself to this hood booger over there because you realize that you got a whole bevy of options at your plate. That's just real.
Yeah, there's some truth to that, Kay.
Okay, so JR, what do you think in terms of outside of money, what would make you think that like a 22-year-old woman would want like a 60-year-old man? Outside of money, I'm not saying it can't happen. It happens a lot.
Right.
No judgment. It absolutely happens. But just what is your opinion about that? Since we were talking about the SMV and Anton kind of went over it, but he was kind of talking about the money aspect and things like that. So other than money, JR, what do you think about that?
He's a great leader and he's already established. He's not playing no games. He's not wasting no time. Like he say what he say, and then it is what it is. Like you don't have to really, be kind of like surprised and caught off guard of him doing something because he's already in this bag. He's already moving how he gonna move. So, all he needs from you is just to kind of like enhance it, just to add value where it's needed.